I stayed up for weeks at a time, you know, to a point where every time I was doing a fix, I was hallucinating, but it just kept going. You're just killing yourself to feel alive. My addiction would cost me anywhere between $250 to $1,000 a day. You know, I started out smoking weed, hash, and drinking, and doing the occasional acid to, once I hit the street in Montreal, you know, then it was the PCP. Eventually I started doing coke. So I originally got sentenced for multiple robberies, possession of weapon, trafficking, possession of drugs, fraud. My sentence turned out to be 14 years. When I got out of prison, I was hopeless. And I just accepted that I was gonna die an addict. You know, there's times where I was so desperate to get high and I had no money. I haven't eaten or washed in a long time. And I remember walking on the street, and you know, it's like early morning and you know, the birds are out but nobody's up yet. But at this time, I'm sincerely wanting God to just kill me. When those moments happen, it only takes one fix to get you started again. And then, you know, the mental obsession and the craving restarted again, and then all of a sudden, it's like a brand new world. You know, you just gotta keep going. My birthday is January 21st. And when I came into the recovery house, the 2nd of January, I told my partner, I'm like, listen, I'm coming here against all odds and against my will, but I'm coming here, you know. I told her that on my birthday, I'm gonna get high. And that was the plan. So that's 19 days later. And but as I'm working the program of recovery, you know, as my birthday got nearer and nearer, I started saying, well, you know what? Maybe I don't need to get high this week. You know, let's push it off next week. And you know, and I did that a couple of weeks. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I don't need to get high at all. And I just forgot about it. And I, you know, it just went uphill from there. I was that guy that was visited time and time again by outreach workers and harm reduction workers asking me how I was doing. You know, if it wasn't for those workers that came and visited me in the deep trenches of where I was at the moment, I might not have made it. I got no choice but to want to give it back to someone.
I want to recognize my teachers and all the staff of Stanberg. You guys went out of your way to make sure I would succeed, and I wouldn't be here without you. My classmates, I want to thank all of you. Everyone in the court helped me in different ways and offered assistance when I needed it. You guys are like family, and I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you.
You know, I love my job. And I love the people I work with. And I try to keep them safe so they can stay alive. It's important for me to know that they're doing all right. Life for me today is awesome. You know, I'm getting married soon. All the girls I met in the past, they were all like into drugs or hooking or, you know, some other type of, you know, gang-related activities. When I met this girl, it was different because she didn't need me. And it just grew from that. Like, she's independent, I'm independent as well. And it's just blossomed from that. She's awesome. All these things that I do, that I'm able to do today, they all stem from one thing: getting sober.